Hey everyone. I just wanted. I was just watching a movie. Um, it was like I was just watching Lifetime, and I was just something in the movie just had me thinking about Selena and the way she died and all of that. And by no means is what I'm about to say true, or I didn't get this information from anywhere. This is just something that it just popped in my head. And I'm not justifying um the person that was responsible for it, um Yolanda. Um but I was just thinking, like, what if the shooting was, what if the gun, yes, she bought a gun, but what if the gun wasn't really intentionally for Selena? What if she was intentionally trying to kill Abraham? What if the gun was really for Abraham? Because I know they had tension. And I mean, yes, she did pull the trigger, she did kill Selena, but do you, I mean, I just thought about it, like, do you, did she, like, honestly intending to kill her? Like, was it really an accident? Was it, I mean, could she have, it's hard to believe, but could she really been telling the truth? A part of it, like, that it was an accident. Um, why I say that? Because at the time of their confrontation, Selena was convinced that Yolanda wasn't, in her best interest. That she had proof that she was stealing from her, and that she'd been lying to her, and she was going there to fire her, and Yolanda knew that, and I think at that moment, when you know your life is about to end, and I'm not talking about Selena's life, and I'm not talking about literally, I'm talking about figuratively, your mind starts to, wander. You feel nervous, you anxious, anxiety. You don't know what you're gonna do because you don't know what your next step is. Your life depended on that job. You know, you dedicated your life to that one person and all of that, and then you feel that it's getting ready to come to an end. You panic. You don't know, and I'm not justifying her behavior. I'm not justifying what she did. I'm just thinking, what if she really did not intend to kill Selena? What if it was nerves? What if it was, you know, panic and anxiety, and that, you know, resulted in her, accidentally pulling that trigger? I don't know. I'm something apart. Something in me is saying that, yeah, that Abraham is just had a lot to do with this. Like, come on, because think about it. Every relationship that Selena was in that wasn't family, blood family related, he came between them. He reminds me of the villains in those Lifetime movies. Those psychopathic villains that do anything and everything they can to um to demolish whatever relationship or whatever that one person had with another. But in order for him to not get found out, or for him to, you know, for him to remain looking innocent, he will prey on the weak. He will prey on the vulnerable ones, the ones that he can easily manipulate into doing things that he wanted them to do in order for them to look stupid, so they can fall flat on their face. And I just feel like he knew that Yolanda had a past. He knew Yolanda was vulnerable for Selena. He knew that she would do anything for Selena and anything to keep her relevant in their lives. That he, probably told her things that Selena probably never said, he never did or said or want or requested, but he said it to Yolanda. Oh, Selena needs you to take out such and such $1,000 to purchase this and this and this and this and this. But really, Selena probably never said that or never requested that. But because he knew that she would do anything that what Selena tell her to do, that she did it and wrote checks for it and made it seem like she was stealing from her when it was probably Abraham lying and making requests through Selena, saying that Selena wanted you to do this, do this, do this. And no questions asked, she did it and believed him. I'm not saying this is true, but it's just a hypothetical thought. Like, what if that really happened? Because he seemed like he would go that low to do something like that, to make her look like this villain, to kind of put a wedge between them, because he knew he knew if anybody, comes in Selena's life and she, loves that person and does things with that person, that he feared that he will lose any control over her. If he felt like he was going to lose just an ounce of control, he would do whatever he can to demolish that friendship or relationship that she has with that person. And I'm not saying that Yolanda is innocent, because she did pull the trigger and she did kill her. But I'm thinking that what if that wasn't intended for her? What if that gun was intended for Abraham? But then I'm like, she did call Selena over 2 days in a row. She did call her over there March 30th, but she knew that Chris was there waiting for her in the truck. So she planned it out and only gave her half of the documents. And then she called her over. Then when she knew that Selena was going to find out that she didn't give her all the documents because she planned that out. So Selena called Yolanda and said, "You didn't give me all the documents. Where's all the documents? Oh, you can you come over and get?" I mean, she did what she did to bring her over there, lure her over there. So that part of me is like, well, I don't know. Like, I'm like in a dilemma. I don't know. Some parts of me is like, it may have been an accident and the initial killing was for Abraham. But then another part of me is like, well, she did lure her over there twice. Why did she only give her half of the documents one day? Because she saw Chris there with her. And then the next day she lied about being raped, and I guess she wanted to gain her sympathy, Selena's sympathy. And I guess she wanted to see where Selena's head at, and that's why she lied about, being raped and all that, because she knew that Selena was cracking down on her. She knew that everybody was, convincing Selena that Yolanda was, up to no good and stuff. So, like I said, it's like I'm in a dilemma. I don't know really what to think. I don't know if Yolanda was really intentionally trying to kill her, or if this was all in the hands of Abraham, that she not on that, but like, did she really mean to kill Selena, or did she want it, or was her main target Abraham? Did she really purchase that gun to kill Abraham? But Selena just was there at the wrong time. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I don't want to confuse anybody, because like I said, these are just thoughts that's popping up in my head. Like, no one really knows what happened. The only three souls that know is God, Selena, and Yolanda. That's it. And possibly people that were, you know, staying at that hotel at the time. I'm sure they heard some stuff because hotel walls aren't thick walls. You can hear clearly what people are saying or doing next door, especially those types of cheap motels back then. I mean, like that. I've heard when I slept in hotels, you know, going out of town, I've heard people have sex next door. So that's how thin those walls are. So I know someone heard something. I know whoever was staying next door or under them, they know, I know they heard something. I know they heard it, but maybe they are afraid to come clean of what they heard. But all we can do is assume. And all we can do is try to put the pieces together by what we read, what we see. But we wasn't actually there when it happened. So it's like all up in the air. I'm no way in shape or form claiming Yolanda to be innocent. I'm not. She did it. She did it. She was there. She had the gun. She did it. But the purpose of this video, I just thought of, did she really mean to do it? Was she really trying to use that gun to kill her father instead? Not her. That's the question that I want. That's the question that I need answered. Like, did she was her intent to was her true intent to kill Selena? Because think about it. She lived, breathed, and yearned for Selena. That was like her antidote. That was her medicine. Yes, it was psychotic, but that was her antidote. She did not want to be away from her. So why would she kill her? If you kill her, you're never going to see her again on Earth. So that's why I'm kind of like, did she really intend to kill her? Because she wanted to always be around her. Now, she expressed her hatred for Abraham plenty of times. So that's why I'm like, maybe she bought the gun. But of course, she wasn't going to tell Selena that she bought the gun to kill her father. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how Abraham treated Selena, Selena unconditionally loved her father. And she didn't want nothing to happen to her father. So she's not going to say, oh, I bought the gun to kill your father. She's not going to do that. So she lied and said, I got raped. Or she was using it for protection because somebody was trying to threaten her life or whatever. But I want to know, did she really buy the gun to kill her father? But Selena just was there and, you know, they were yelling. They had a screaming match. They were arguing. And it took her over the edge because I think at that moment she felt like she was losing Selena. Because people were in her ear. People were telling her what she did and what she, you know, all of this stuff. And now Selena was like, realizing maybe you aren't, you know, the person I thought you were. And she probably felt like she was losing Selena to everyone else. And that took her over the edge. And maybe that is why she, you know, offed her. I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know the woman. I don't know Yolanda, so I don't know. But I'm just thinking that if somebody is... Now, yes, you know, that's their mentality. If I can't have you, no one else will. There are some psychopaths that are like that. But the way she was acting to Selena, it was like... She lived and breathed her. Like, no one can... Like, she had to be around her all the time. She wanted to be around her all the time. So her killing her, that's defeating the purpose. Like, you wouldn't be around her all the time because you killed her. So that's why I'm thinking, did she really mean to kill her? Did she really mean that? Like, yes, she pointed the gun at her, but I'm thinking, did she do that out of fear? Did she do that to scare her? Did she do that because she didn't know what was going to happen next? Like, was that even plan? Like, that's the question, unanswered questions. And I don't know, but that's just was my thoughts. I'm not sure where this video is going. This is just questions. Like I said, in no way, and I'm going to continue to say, in no way, in shape or form, I'm justifying Yolanda. I don't like the woman. No, because she is crazy. Because you're obsessed with someone that, why? I mean, like, I understand we all are fans of Selena. And yes, I really, like Selena for what she's done and, the impact she had on the world. And she is a beautiful person, but in no shape or form am I obsessed with her. And I only talk about her because I am a fan, and because after reading Chris' book, it brought me on another level of understanding of Selena. Like, the movie was cool. I won't say it was some trash. It was cool, but that book took it to a whole nother level. It turned me on to Selena in a different light. Like, I saw I saw the human side of her. Not saw, but I understood the human side of her. And that made me even more of a bigger fan. But Yolanda was a totally different scenario. That she needed help. She was mentally unstable. She was mentally unstable. Like, she just was too obsessive over her, and to the point where it's a shame that Selena didn't see that. Like, girl, like, you a little too clingy. Like, calm down. But that wasn't the type of person she was. She wasn't the type of person that would, like, say negative things about a person, or, make a person feel uncomfortable or upset or whatever. So she just probably ignored it. She may have thought a little bit. I'm sure she thought Yolanda was a little clingy, but she probably thought it was cute. Oh, she's just cute. I mean, she was older, and maybe she was alone. She didn't have a lot of family. She didn't have family, so maybe this was the only family she had. So maybe in Selena's mind, she just was lonely, and she needed to be around people to feel better about herself, because she didn't have a family, much family. So maybe that's why it wasn't bothering her. But Yolanda did need help. She needed some help. And that's just it in a nutshell. I'm not justifying her. I'm not saying she's a good person. I just think she needed some help. She was mentally unstable. She was unstable. She still is. I guess she still is unstable. I haven't heard much about her since, but she was an unstable woman, and she needed some mental help. And I mean, that's the only thing I can say about that. I'm not justifying her behavior. She did what she did, but I'm just thinking of the motive behind it. Was it really intended for her, for Selena? Was it really intended for Abraham? I mean, because Abraham gives me that type of vibe, that he will go low to make sure he regains control over the star. I mean, I saw a comment in a video. Someone told me about a friend that Selena had named Gina. If anybody knows about that friend, please let me know. Give me information. I told her to give me information about it. So I'm waiting for that information, because I'm really intrigued with that, because I didn't know about Gina. I only knew about the only best friends I knew that Selena had was Sarah. She talked highly about, well, she didn't talk highly about it, but me researching about Selena, and also through Chris, that he never mentioned somebody named Gina. He only mentioned Sarah. and he said that she was really, really close to her cousin Sarah. And I actually saw Sarah's Instagram a while back, and she had pictures, like rare pictures of her and Selena together, and she also posted up a postcard. Um, if I can find it, I will attach that to this video. That Selena wrote to not Gina, Sarah, when she was out of town, like traveling. So I knew that I knew that was one person that she was close to, was Sarah. And Chris mentioned that her younger cousin Priscilla, she was close to her. And then of course Suzette, they had a close sisterhood. So those are only three people that I knew that she was close to, other than Chris. So, and her mom. Those were the only people, and then of course Yolanda. She became close with her. So I didn't know nothing about a Gina person, but if there is information about that, please let me know so I can talk about it, read about her, and get enough information to talk about her in this video, in an upcoming video. But if you have any, answers to the questions that I had in this video, or any of your thoughts, please share it in the comments below. This was, like I said, no means am I trying to justify Yolanda's behavior. I do believe she needed help. She was unstable, and she did actually pull the trigger. But was it on purpose? Was it in her intentions? Was it her intentions to kill Selena, or was it her intentions to kill Abraham? But Selena just was happened to be there, and things got out of hand. They was screaming, yelling at each other, and that took over. The rage took over. I don't know. Like I said, the only three individuals that were there were God, Selena, and Yolanda. Those are only three that know. And like I said, I do believe that neighbors had to have heard something, because hotel walls aren't that thick. You can hear very clearly what's going on next door. So I'm sure someone heard something, but isn't too sure to let it out, or afraid to say something. Maybe Abraham had something to do with that. Maybe he visited the damn hotel and told, and researched on, asked people like who was staying there at that time, and maybe he contacted them. Maybe he paid them off. You never know. People do things like that when they got money. So you just never know. Maybe he bought them off and said, if you say something, this may happen. But here's this money. Shut your mouth. You never know. When people got money, they do whatever they can to control their circle. So he may have done that. You just never know. But this was just a thought of mine. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, view, all of that good stuff. And I'll come back with another video. Peace.